Good morning, optimists. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you here. So today is Tuesday, June 13th, 2023, and I believe they just issued new T-bills today. Let's see what else is going on today. So I've done some trading this morning and kind of got beat up pretty badly. I saw my losses, and I've got some a little bit of a hole to dig myself out of. I did get a couple good trades, but the majority of my trades were kind of bad. So let's take a look at the economic calendar. I believe we had CPI data today. Yes, we do. Um, so there we are, the consumer price index today, CPI year over year. No update on the numbers on MarketWatch's side. See if there's any update out there. So Business Insiders got us. Inflation continues to come back to earth in May as the Fed decides its next move. That's not a lot of information. Consumer price index, a key inflation measure, climbed 40% in May. Year-over-year percent increase comes in well below April's estimate. The Fed is likely to pause interest rates during its Wednesday meeting, which is one of the reasons why we're getting such a big bull market today, and why we've really been having some of the bull market stuff that we've been having over the last couple of days, really since yesterday. Oil dropped a bunch yesterday and it's coming back today. So I've kind of gotten beat up a little bit here. Actually, this is my ETF account, so I haven't taken any trades in this. So I haven't taken any trades in this account yet. But I got kind of beat up on my Apex side a little bit. This account's down 560, so gave back my money from yesterday. And then this account is down 867.50. This is the new account that we literally just got. I got crushed on this account on this particular trade here, which ended up coming right back. But if I hadn't cut it, this additional down here would have actually taken me out of my eval. So take a look at the 1 minute. You can see it actually looks like it's beginning to turn back around. So I'm going to take a look at like the 10-second chart. Yeah, so we're just now starting to get a 10-second crossover on the moving average. So that looks nice. I need to size down for this account now and check the trailing max at 289. And let's go for 5. And I'm going to look for a pullback to about 06 here. 625, I guess. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that. I'll buy in here at 07. Let's get this on the proper one. Missed it, just ran without us on that one. Tried to get in there at 07, but no fill. Let's take a look at this on the 20-second chart, which is beginning to shape up. Okay, so I expect some pullback before a larger rip. All right, let's go back to 2. Oh, did I put it on 2, I guess. I honestly would like to see a bit of a sell-off first. Like, I really want to see this pull back to about 407, 408 area. But it's just straight ripping. And there's like sort of ascending wedge here. I don't want to buy now, so I'm going to buy in a FOMO. Decisions. Yeah, I really want to see a pullback to about 408.
Order filled.
In at 975. Might be a mistake though. Struggling with patience today. Some days I struggle with patience, especially if the market is moving a lot. Getting a little bounce off the 9 EMA. I'm just trying to exit this one at 10, which would just be like a one tick, single tick thing.
Order filled.
It might pop up, but I'm worried that it's going to actually pull back to around 407. Nah, it just kept on going. Could have kept it on. Got a long way to go for this account, so I'm going to switch accounts here. There's a little 1 minute pullback.
Order filled.
In the video, 2 contracts off 10 on my 100K account. I'm looking to get out at 11.25. And I'm going to watch this 10-second chart.
Order filled.
There we go. Good first trade for this account. 116.84. Pause on that one. 2 and 5. Oil ripping heavily today off its pullback yesterday. Honestly, yesterday I literally considered just buying a contract, like one single contract, and then just letting it run, because yesterday it was hitting bottoms down there at like 67-ish. Computer hates it. Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, price is mad weird today. Lot of price action. But they're expecting higher, like better than normal CPA numbers today. Or CPI. I said CPA. CPI numbers today, so that could be a contributing factor. Well, obviously, we know it's a contributing factor. Okay, we're about to get a 20-second crossover here. Get this set up for a 2 and 5, and I'll join the bid here. I don't want to miss it.
Order filled.
Might be a mistake to just join right there. Yeah. Yeah, that was a mistake. I literally just joined because of the moving average crossover, and it didn't take enough of this action into play here. So I think I might be able to ride it out, and I'll let it sit here for a minute. We're in at 11.25. Nah, that's a lot of weirdness right there in that price. It's pulling back way more than I would expect that to with that crossover there. I'm gonna cut this.
Order filled.
That puts this account down on the day almost $200. Oh, getting kind of wrecked today, man. There's a nice trade here. Yes. Gonna wait for this crossover now. That's a lot of pullback though with this kind of confirmation. On the 20-second chart, it's rare for this to dump like that on the 20-second chart.
Order filled.
So you're gonna trade on Apex side, in at 850. It's a little bit of a somewhat of a bet here. I'm just trying to like test the theory, which I think will be right. The theory is that this will pull back to the 50 EMA and then it'll bounce off that. I've seen this pattern form a couple of times. Typically I see it on the 10-second chart though, not the 20. That pulled up to 950 there, and our sell was at 975. Someone pulled the 09. Just waiting for this red and yellow on the 20-second chart. I think that we'll get this. Like, I feel pretty confident that we will. A little flash of yellow there. Still getting some more divergence between red and green, which is what we want to see. Okay, I feel more confident about this now.
Order filled.
I'm grabbing a trade in my other account as well. So this one's literally came up, tapped my sell order.
Order filled.
So that one's out.
Order filled.
And that one's out. Okay, so this account's down 729. A lot of work left to be done there. This account's down 381. Some work left to be done there, not too much, but some. Okay, I think we're gonna get our pull back up now. We got a standing order at 1025. I think this might just run up though. Any pullback on this, I'm gonna take. Join here. Damn, no fill. Join the bid here.
Order filled.
Could have held it at 1075.
Order filled.
So get additional contracts on 4 on. This entry's at 1125. This entry's at 1025. We got TTM movement on the 20-second chart, divergence on 5200, 9 and 12, and 26 cross. We should be ripping up here. Like that, this should have ripped right here on this one. Price action is weird today, man. I'm gonna put them all at 1150. Like that should have just straight ripped. So you're looking at the 10-second chart. We got red on TTM. 9 is below 12. This is looking a little sketchy. And I'm going to need to see yellow on the 10. Hands over the cover button. Ready to kill this if I need to. But it looks like it's going to work out. But just a little sketchy. Came up to break even on this one here. Let's see if we can get 1250 out of this. Hit 1225.
Order filled.
There we go. That was a little scary of a trade. Brought the account almost back to break even on that one. And it's starting to run now. Yeah, thanks, Tiny. I appreciate that. We're planning to close the short on Friday. Call it a blown paper account. That's okay though. I mean, like that's why we trade in paper. That's why we learn how to do this in paper before we're putting our real money into this. This actually could come up and test the highs, I think. What is the high though? 21? Yeah. I think that this could test highs. Charts are kind of slow. Jumping to ETF. Get some resistance there. And we're getting some sell-off now. In the bid here off 12. Trying to anyway. No fill.
Order filled.
Well, now I got filled on that pullback. This hit 1250. I'm gonna drop this at 1250. Only hit 1225. Too much pullback again. Gotta cut that one.
Order filled.
Price action is super weird today. Probably gotta be done in my I think it's too choppy for my static account. I don't think that account can handle this. Choppy day. Obviously bullish, but very choppy. So I've only been green a couple of times today on a myriad of accounts. So I was green on the new Apex 50, and I was green on the new ETF 100. And then I was green for a brief moment on my old Apex 50. And so it's been very much like green and then red on each account. I really like, I've been slowing down, taking my foot off the gas some, because it's just been just way too much of a roller coaster. Super choppy price action, very unpredictable, and a lot of the moves that are setting up, they'll set up, but then they'll have these like major pullbacks. Like if you look at this, like this pulled back from 1125 all the way down to 8. So we're getting like 12 tick pullbacks, 12 tick, somewhat 12 tick rips, but the red candles seem much larger than the greens. Very weird price action. Trying to just take A+ setups, but there just really aren't that many. This looks like this is gonna pop here. Our last pop went to 1375. Yeah, there's the little pop there. Get off the screen. Fine. I'll make mine blind. Little minor pop there, came right back down. That's what I'm saying, like the price action is just choppy and weird today. You gotta look to the longer term charts, with the longer time frames, but one of the issues I've been coming across with the longer time frames today is that like we'll get these like big massive rips that the 10-second could have predicted a little bit better, but I'm having trouble with the 10 seconds, so it's kind of almost useless today for me. The downward cross with TTM. That's what I was saying. Like, we've got these moving average crosses pointing to some downward movement. We've got this pointing to upward movement. We've just got upward movement. So it's just very, just very like bipolar today. Join the bid here. Up
Order
this down.
filled.
In at 1150. Trying to get out at 1275. Is that too much? That is too much. I'm gonna try to get out at 1225. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna keep this on for so we've got 9 above 12. We got the TTM sort of setting up here. And we've got this hammer candle forming. So I do want to see this rip up to like 13 or like 1350 area. We got to get above 1250 though. 1250 has actually been I've gotten hit a couple of times at 1250. I'm gonna put this at 1225. It's too it's just too choppy here. So I could have got out there at 1225 too, potentially. Sometimes it doesn't fill it. Very choppy market. Come on, dude. It's just tapping the order. Just taunting me.
Order filled.
All right. So, that one's out. So this account is green by like $10. I'll probably take 1 to 2 more trades in this account, and then call it good if we can keep it green. So that was the 3 ticker, 3 and 3. Those are worth about $100. Thank you, Tiny. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a pretty challenging day, honestly. So there was one trade I took in the Apex, the new Apex 50. Oh, by the way, there's a couple things I wanted to mention. Elite Trader Funding has actually announced a change to their payout structure. So they're actually going to pay out 90%, by the way, now. So Elite Trader Funding is paying out 90% instead of 80%. I wonder if they've updated on their website. They have. Keep 90% of all your profits for the first $12,500. So, well, I think they messed this up because this says keep 100% for the first 12.5, and this says keep 90 for the keep 90 after your first 12.5. Never mind. So yeah, so you got to keep 100 in your first 12.5 and keep 90 now instead of 80. So they gave you a 10% pay bump with the Elite Trader Funding. I love these guys. I mean, these guys are awesome in terms of just their overall functionality, their customer service, all that type of stuff, and their offerings. Like, they have very unique plans, which I really like about them. But mainly, what I like the most about them is that they're on Discord, and a lot of these companies just are not. And it just makes it so much easier to get in contact with somebody when you need to. Like, if you're in the middle of a trade or something like that, you like need to get a hold of somebody quick. They've got somebody available like in Discord most of the time pretty fast. So that's what I really like about these. There is a link in the description, by the way, for these guys if you want to check them out. And there's a promo code JSBest that'll actually hook you up with a lifetime discount. It'll be whatever the biggest discount is at the time. Well, according to the job reports, there's a like ton of them, like millions right now that are just unfulfilled. So I'm looking for on this account here. I think I want to get this account up to about 200 bucks. Um, and then I'll probably stop trading this account for the day. It's a matter of finding that spot. This looks like it's going to be a short here soon. So we had another section here. Because this is what that downward cross looks like on that 5,200. I'm grateful I lowered my sell here. Also just going to focus on 3 ticks. Just with the choppiness, like I get that there's more range available in a lot of these trades. But with the choppiness that's here, I just don't trust any of it. Nice little pop there off of 825. Popping up to 1025, so 8 ticker over 20 seconds. Yeah, my accuracy is like 75% today, but I have taken a few like larger losses. So this first loss, like I only took 2 losses in this account. Well, one of them was 412.50 and the other one was 200 bucks, which is not bad. But those 2 made it to where I had to really fight to get back green. All right, so this is making a push up, but the EMA 35 is still below the 50. So I was about to say we'll likely get some rejections off the 50 exponential, but there's a rejection off the 50 exponential. Also, this 50 and 200 are on approach for a downward movement. I don't want to take a short here or a long here because the TTM is stacking up on the long side, but the moving averages are shifted towards the downside. So got kind of conflicting information going on. It's looking a little better for a long. We'll see what happens with the 9, 12, and the 35. A lot of patience today, like super patience today. We're here at the top of the hour. I don't know. Kind of feel like there's going to be some crazy contract dump. Ugh. Moment of truth. We'll see if this crosses to the downside. I'm thinking short.
Order filled.
I took a short here.
Order filled.
Got that one pretty quick. Puts the account up 113. I'm looking to take one more 3 and 3. Gotta be super careful with it though. I think this is gonna fall further. VWAP's all the way down here at yeah, there's the fall further. Wow. So I entered in the short just a little early. Well, not really. I mean, that one was good, but this one here off the 9 moving average was also really super solid. From 9 all the way down to 7, so there's an 8 ticker. I'm looking for another short. We are above VWAP, and that's kind of the only thing really left. Yeah, there's a like massive gap. Like, it's companies haven't figured out that a reasonable wage anymore is like 70 grand. And I don't think companies have quite figured that out. Like, I don't think, because like if you're a single person and your expenses are not much less being a single person than they are as a married couple, or as a couple of some kind, um or even like roommates. Like your expenses are not much different, but uh if you have roommates, it is much different, because now you can actually split expenses. A lot of times married couples can't do that, for one reason or another. So really, it's like I just don't think a lot of companies have kind of like figured it out that they need to, if they want quality workers, they're gonna need to step up. Thinking along here.
Order filled.
Answered on the doji on the poll. Damn it. It's all right. I still think it'll work out. Looking for 1225, which was that earlier line in the sand. I realized I took this before the moving average crossover, but the 9 and 12 are above the 200, so I think it'll be okay. Nice little pop there. Fill the order.
Order
There we
filled.
go. Okay, so this account's up 216. I think I'm going to be done trading this account. And I'm going to jump to this account, which I kind of blew pretty heavily today. I made some of it back, but still got a long way to go. And I think I'm actually going to jump to Elite Trader Funding. Wow, oil dropping heavy. Jump to Elite Trader Funding. So this has this moving average crossover inbound. It's a little extended on the like with the TTM here, so I joined the bid off 1175, trying to get out at 1275. It's like tapping the order but not filling.
Order
I
filled.
tapped the order like 7 times. All right, so this account, I'm gonna try to get this one up to at least like 100, maybe a little bit more, maybe 150 or so. Okay, so we just got this moving average crossover on the 10-second chart. I'm gonna wait for this to pull back to around the 50 moving average. I'll put a standing order here on. First off, I'm gonna go for 7 ticks. So kind of a larger one, and I'll put a standing order right here at 11. So what I'm attempting to do here, it might not work, but what I'm attempting to do here is, a lot of times when we get this 10-second moving average crossover, We get a like a rip up, and then we get a pull back to about the 50 exponential, or sometimes the 35. That was a nice pop right there from 13 to 1375. So it's a pretty consistent move. And so I'm gonna try to capitalize on it. Bumping my buy up to 1175 or 1125. I'm gonna check in on the 20-second chart. Yeah, which is just on straight cyan. Damn. I'll cut that one because I don't think it's going down that low again. Kind of missed out on this run trying to grab that lower order. So it looks like we have, I don't know, this honestly looks like a wedge. Take a look at the longer time frames. 1 minute chart has fresh cyan. Our last one looked like this. We got the cyan switch, and we sort of ripped up from about 04 up to 07, then pulled back heavily down to the 200 moving average, then started ripping off of that. I missed like all of this run. Wow, this is running. I just go and go and go. Wow, just straight ran. I did not expect it to be that powerful. I expected a pullback before the rip. Yeah, like I think that, like, okay, so it is of my opinion that if you're a multi-billion-dollar company that that unless you have a position that is worthy of paying at least like, I don't know, like even if it's like one of the more basic positions that doesn't require that much, it should still be like 50 grand a year, like bare minimum. Because like if you look at inflation, you look at the cost of living, you look at all these things, like you're asking your employees to not just be broke, but you're asking your employees to be broke and stressed and worried about paying everything from rent to buying food. And that's what you're asking, and then you act like you're giving them the opportunity. Like to me, it's like, wow, get over yourself, and recognize that the reason why there's a labor shortage is not just because there's a labor shortage. Like it's not that we don't have enough people. That's not the problem. Is that we don't have enough people that are willing to work for peanuts. Um, and I think that like I found a lot of jobs in the past that required like master's degrees, and they wanted to pay like 55 grand a year. I'm like, come on, dude. Like for a master's degree, come on. Get out of here. I could go do any sales job, anywhere, and make more than that with no degree. And all I have to do is be good at sales, which is not hard to do. Yeah, no one wants to work till they're 95 and retire when they're dead. Yeah, exactly. No, like it's not just about the retirement. Sometimes it's just about the daily living expenses. Like it, I just don't think that it's feasible to pay somebody 2,000 or $2,500 a month when rent alone for like a studio apartment is like 1,800 bucks in most places or most cities. And so it just doesn't it's just not feasible. And it just the numbers just don't make sense. And when I look at it, I'm like, look, if you're a multi-billion dollar company, like how challenging would it be for you to put another $1 billion into your payroll? Like, would it really be that hard? I mean, it just doesn't seem that complicated. Especially because a lot of companies before the 1980s were able to do it. And so, because before the 1980s, I mean, obviously we didn't have like major housing crisis and stuff like that. Um, but somebody could work at a regular retail job and afford a house. And so it's just kind of, I don't know, to me, I just find the whole thing sort of fascinating. If I ever do own a multi-billion dollar company, you can mark my words right here on this stream. If I ever own a multi-billion dollar company, the bare minimum salary would be 70 grand. And there is a company called Gravity Payments in Seattle that actually did that. And they did it in like 2012 or 2013, where they actually set it up to where people would earn a bare minimum of $70,000 in the position. And I thought that was the right thing to do, especially at the time that they did it. And I watched interviews from the employees there, and they were like, yeah, we've been putting off having children for like almost a decade until this happened, and we could finally have a baby. Like, just think about that concept. Like, they can finally have a baby because now they can afford to pay their mortgage. Like, it seems borderline unethical, but I'll get off my soapbox. That's just my thoughts, and I've also sort of come to the conclusion that it's rare that any company is going to change unless they're forced to change.
Order filled.
And so the best way to do it, in my own opinion, is just to do it yourself. Like, I lowered this to 1975. That's my own personal opinion. It's just to do it yourself. Like, if they're not going to do it, somebody's got to. If they're going to leave that giant hole in the market, there you go. Take advantage. That's what capitalism's all about. Take advantage of that situation. If they're not going to take care of their people, then you can. Don't be afraid to start a business and go all in. It might suck, but it also is the best journey in the world that I've ever experienced. It's the best adventure. And I would never trade my entrepreneur experience for anything. I love it. Like, I love everything that I've been able to accomplish with it, who I became as a person, all that. Pulled back pretty heavily off of here, down to the EMA 35. I probably need to cut this trade. Yeah, I do.
Order filled.
I cut it at the bottom, but I don't care because this account's already down 415. Jeez, it's been one day. I cut it here at the bottom, but it was just like it's too much risk. Man, rip right back up. Wow. Ripped almost in my sell order too. Wow. Wow. Damn. Oh, a lot of comments there. This is absolute truth right here. Um, that you'll never ask an employee to do something that you yourself would not. And I 100% agree with that. That's one of the reasons why I like companies where the managing CEO is actually somebody who started the company, because you know that guy who started the company with no money was in there cleaning toilets. You know that he worked, like if he built that to a multi-billion dollar, he or she or person built that to a multi-billion dollar business, you know that that person was in there scrubbing the toilets. You know that that person was going through receipts. You know that that person was like in the spreadsheets, developing the marketing, creating the graphics, all of those types of things. You know that that person was there doing that. This right here is the whole phrase of like this is life right here. Uh Someone once told me, I used to actually say this exact same thing. I was good at ideas and bad at execution. Like literally the identical thing. Um and and someone once told me that ideas are like a dime a dozen. Like there's so many ideas, but execution is actually what separates people. And what I learned in entrepreneurship is just try. You will fail. Like that's the real truth, flat out. You heard it here. You will fail. Um, Guaranteed. But you might also succeed. Um, and over time, you'll learn what you did wrong. Just like trading, you'll learn what you did wrong, and you'll get better at it. Um, like that's really what it is. Man, that did rip up. I did not need to cut this. I literally cut it at the bottom, and I knew it too when I did it. But that's risk management. And just ripped up. Price action's mad weird today. This one acted pretty much the same way as this one here. So we're getting these like big contract dumps now. We finally dropped below the EMA 50 here. So maybe we'll pull back up. But kind of looks like it's going to move back towards the downside now. Or at least to some extent. We're well above the VWAP and whatnot. I could be wrong too. I mean, this could just surge. Yeah, there's a red to yellow from 1825 up to 1950. Let's see. 9 is below 12. Both are below 35. 35 is above 50. So maybe a buy off of 1750. Which is actually where I cut this one. It was 1775. I'm gonna watch the 20-second chart and look for a red yellow. There's 10 seconds left in this one. So 1750 was the right buy spot, by the way. Looked to be anyway. Now it's pulling back below that. Nine is zipping below the 35. This may actually end up being a short. Yeah, I was thinking that this would push Tiny. But it is looking, I don't know. I'm undecided, actually. Like, if I'm really honest, I think that this will continue to be bullish, but that doesn't mean we won't get like a big pullback in the meantime. I'm gonna take a buy order off of 1750 if I can. No fill.
Order filled.
All right, I took a long off 1750, and it's just pulling back now. I'm looking to get it to 1875.
Order filled.
There we go. We got that. Made a little bit back. Still down 300 on the day on this account. That was a 2 and 5. Because this account only allows me to take 2 contracts. Otherwise, I would have taken 3. Big sell order. A lot of sell volume right there. Ended on a doji though. Checking in on the 10-second. Ten seconds looking like a short too. But the price action is weird. Checking in on oil. Oil's still on the decline at the moment. Oil gave up quite a lot of its gains that it got throughout the day. It's falling down to VWAP. Okay, oil doesn't look that great. Went short
Order
here.
filled.
Looking for a move down to 1575. Kind of pulling back up. No. Let's try to get out here. Single tick.
Order filled.
Got a tiny little profit on that. There's the full move. Pulling back quite a lot. Definitely could have got that 1575. Okay, this account's down 729, so I got some ways to go here. I'm gonna join the ask up here. We're gonna go short 1450.
Order filled.
Short 3 contracts at 1450. Looking for a pullback down to 1325. So this only pulled back to 1350, where it's kind of finding that support. So I might try to get out of 1350.
Order
There we
filled.
go. Got out of 1350. That was 3 and 4. I'll switch this to 4. It seems more consistent. Okay, this account's down 588.50. Still have a ways to go on this account. There's that 1325 that I was after. Just needed to be a little bit more patient. Why is this so like, oh, you have to hover it. Okay, about to get a moving average crossover to the downside on the 5200 there. I'm gonna go short right here. Actually, I don't like it. I cut it right before it popped up. I cut that because I saw the 9 get above the 12. Now this could just still reject and go down, but TTM was popping up, and this was also getting there too. So I was like, oh wow, this might be like a very, very short-term drop. So that's why I cut that. I'm glad I did, even though it might work out, but we're here at just past 8:30, 8:37. So we might get some volume push here. Looks like that trade would have worked out. Why does this keep bugging up? So we were trying to get in at like 1450, I think, just like right there. So it would have worked out, but not quite as well. It did come up to the 50 moving average and then reject off there. We have continued divergence on the 50 and 200 moving average. I feel like I'm going so slow, but it's massively choppy. So what are you supposed to do? Just gotta take your time. We got one account in green that I'm not willing to risk. We got 2 accounts that are in red that I'm working on pulling them back out. Oil looks like it's on approach for an upward move. It's a ways out, but it does look like it's on the way. I feel really uncomfortable in my chair today. High oil is 69.83. Currently down here at 69.12 area. Yeah, oil looks like it's about to flip around some. 9 is getting above 12 on a crossover with a TTM just below VWAP here. 9 is crossing above the 35. Enjoying the bid here. Trying to get in at 69.20 on 2 contracts.
Order filled.
All right, in 69.20 on 2 contracts. Trying to get out at 69.27 with those 2 contracts.
Order filled.
Took an additional
filled.
contract at 22, and that one is out at 25, and the other 2 are out at 27. Nice little move there on oil. Now down 428.52 in this account, so still a lot of work to be had, but we did catch some of this rip, which is nice. So on oil side, I'm going to be watching for a potential rejection right here. And some consolidation in this zone. I'm going to try and zoom out a little bit. Take a look at something prior. Okay. Wish the charts weren't so laggy. So oil looks like it has a pretty large potential for a breakout. That could end up being a very, very big breakout. I was considering actually taking a poll here off of 25 and just sort of missed it. Every time I hear the trigger for God, these alert systems suck. They need some work. So I thought that this was a nice trade here. I just didn't take the entry. I don't want to take an entry now because we're riding under the 200 moving average. This does look like a bull flag though.
Order
I'm
filled.
joining the bid at 31. I think I'm a little preemptive, but maybe it'll work out. I'm looking to get out at 38. I'm in 3 contracts. And I think I'm pretty sure I'm preemptive. I am. Yeah, too much so. So we got to pull back to about 25, and then we've got some ways to go off of this. I'm gonna go for a swing on this because I actually think that crossover is gonna take place. Basically, I just need to manage this risk in the meantime. But I think this is gonna rip up to about 50. There's a red candle on the 10-second chart, which I really do not want to see. EMA 50 is at 26, while the 200 is at 33. And that's 200 SMA. I see 9 dipping below the 12 and slightly dipping for a moment below the 35 moving average. I want to see the 9 get back above that. First thing I'm going to look for is 9 above 12. After that, I'm going to look for 12 and 9 above the 26. 9 and 12 both getting above the 26. And I think that'll help confirm this move upward. Trying to keep a close eye on this. It's kind of a longer trade. That's too much pullback. We gotta stay above the 50 moving average. Oof. I gotta cut it.
Order filled.
I had to cut that to protect the account. Massive loss on that. Now we're down over 1,000. So it rejected that that move. I do think that this move will take place. But now this account is practically in failure. So that's too bad. It's a good thing I protected my other account. One sec. All right. ES looks like it's about to go short. Gonna go short here.
Order filled.
Short one contract. And it's just ripped up. What the hell? Really? I gotta cut it.
Order filled.
So this account has pretty much failed. I'm gonna stop trading it now. I don't think that it. Well, I'll have to move it to the micro. Number one. Number two. Yeah, I just think that it's gonna be a minute before that account is. Before I'm able to do much with that account. This is why I protected the green on my other account that's closer to passing. So I'm just gonna wait. The ES is a ways out from its moving average cross. Oil looks better. I gotta wait on this one too. I think this crossover, once it happens, it'll be a fat rip, but right now, 8 cents away. Still 8 cents on the new candle. I was just about to take that, literally. I realized my Dom was in the wrong position. It was on the ES. Okay. Gonna wait for another pullback here. Put a standing order at 25. It's not going to hit 25.
Order filled.
In at 28. 2 contracts on my 100K account. I still think this is going to rip up to like 50. $0.03 apart on the moving average cross. Did get it up there at 25. $0.02 apart of the moving average cross, and it's pulling back. $9.12 cross on the downside. 35 is above the 50. 2 cents diverged on this crossover here. It's super close. All we need is a buy volume to push this. Definitely could have got a better entry point. So we sort of hit resistance at 29 and 30 area. I don't think that's going to last. 9 is still below 12 on the current candle. $0.01 away from this breakout. Come on. This is buy volume here. Bought this one way too early. 50 and 200 in the same spot. Sort of a moment of truth here for oil. It's either going to rip or dump. Pulling back to 21. All we need to do is get above 25. Pulling back to 20. I'm probably going to cut this now. I really don't want to, but I got to. Damn,
Order
man.
filled.
Massively weird price action today, dude. What is going on? Frustrating day. This is why I was so adamant about protecting that other account. It's because the price action is just super odd today. Yeah, not going to. My trade accuracy is very poor today, but the market is mad choppy. See, I got 50-50 accuracy, man. It's pretty bad. On this account, the 100K. This account, like, it's 60-40, man. Pretty terrible. I think the thing that's really frustrating me is that I genuinely believe that this oil breakout is going to take place. And it just seems like it just keeps getting pushed down off of it. I think that's one element of this particular trade that's kind of frustrating me, but I don't know. I guess if I look at it from the 1 minute side, we're below the 50 and the 200. All right. Join the bid there. Try to get it on 22. This is why I didn't want to cut this one, man.
Order filled.
In one contract in Apex at 24. Did pull back to 23. Trying to get this one out of 31.
Order filled.
Took a second contract at 23 to get out at 30. Put them both at 31. So oil has the crossover now. Finally. But it's not breaking out the way that it normally does. Normally, oil on this 10-second cross just rips. Like, it's really consistent. Pulling up to 30. Put another contract on at 25.
Order filled.
Pull back.
Order filled.
I already failed. Wow. Crazy. So I want to see where this other, I'm not going to trade it, but this other account's at 1240. So
Order filled.
taking 2 contracts on for 3 ticks on the 100K. Trying to get out at 28.
Order filled.
There we go. Tiny little 60 bucks back. There's the rip. This was the rip that was supposed to be this one.
Order filled.
Ugh. Real dude. Oh my gosh. Pull back to 27. Just can't get the breakouts today, man. Seems sideways. I should never trade in sideways markets, man. Like, I need to get better at that. Finding some resistance at 33 and just very little volume. I'm just going to cut this one.
Order filled.
Made a little micro profit on it. I'm done. I don't want to trade anymore. Like, I'm not feeling it. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. I'm not feeling it today. The market's just very sideways, and so I'm grateful to be green on my Apex account that's closest to passing. And that's the account I'm really going to be focusing on. Pretty shocked I failed my other 50K in just 2 days. That's probably the worst I think I've done at all. Out of all the evaluations that I've done, I think that's the worst one. Um, and it just part of it was that I kept sizing up. But also another part of it too was just that the price action was just really, really weird. Did I trade on my safe account? No, I traded in Elite Trader Funding. Um, my safe account, the one that is closest to passing, that one's up 1240 in total. So it's almost halfway to goal. And that account I brought back from the dead because that account I was down like $2,300 out of 2,500. And so that account I brought back from the dead, and I've just been steady grinding that one up. So so that's really what I've just been kind of focused on, I guess. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be done for the day. It's just too it's just too choppy today. Yeah, there just seems to be like no real trend. So I don't want to trade sideways markets ever. They're always the worst. So, but yeah, um, thanks so much for being here, y'all. I'll be here tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. So Pacific time, 7:30 Pacific time. We'll see you then. Peace out.